Joe, it's Susan.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, we went to go get our ghost equipment. We can't find it. Like, our case is gone.
I don't know what would have happened to it.
No.
You don't?
Well, okay. So we're in Vermont.
Vermont? What's
Yeah.
going on in Vermont?
It's called the Vermont Bear Film Festival.
What?
It's
Boys only.
yeah,
Kinda.
it's a bear film festival. It's boys only. It's
Yeah.
bear Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes place on this huge old farm, and it turns out it's haunted. We think some of them have kind of a questionable queer history.
Well, that's awesome.
And look, let's be honest. It's about time we went on the hunt for a new bear.
I totally agree. I'm very relieved that our ghost...
Great.
Lost. Naked people.
Welcome to Vermont.
The bear community is basically gay men, probably any age, but most of them I'd say we're in their 40s to 60s or 70s, that are furry. That's an important part. And usually a little bit bulkier, bigger guys that like bigger guys.
While they're waiting for brunch. And then they were probably pissed out of the brain. I need some of that. Out of the brain.
And it was about body imagery. It was about being able to share and love and all these things without worrying about what you look like outside and just relaxing and stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty cool.
That's all pretty blue.
And yeah. Then you go down south to more of the rural areas and it becomes redder. This is a very old house, as you can imagine. It started around 1780, and we realized that this place had a really kind of amazing history in terms of the kinds of people who started living here, and that they were very similar to us. They called him the Old Bachelor, and the Old Bachelor is code for an unmarried man, kind of living alone, most likely gay. Priel was his name. He started like a still in the backyard.
While you're in there sitting on the stool, he'll open it up. And the stories are that he had parties every Saturday for the young bachelors in the area to come and buy his moonshine, hang out and drink with him. This has been like a party house for a long time because Priel was in right at the turn of the century. Priel is a little more out there about, he'll climb up on the bed or he'll open the bathroom door while you're taking a bath. And it's one of those old-timey latches, so you can hear it when it snicks up. And then the door starts creaking open.
No. He's not aggressive, he's just like mischievous maybe, right?
I think he's sexual, and he likes to pat men on the ass.
I mean, lots of women were in that bathtub. The door no woman ever came down saying, "Ooh, somebody opened the door." And that was one of the things that Priel might be doing just as a kind of a
A prank.
Prank.
With some added benefits for him.
Well, maybe an added benefit for him. He probably enjoyed it. He thought it was fun. The big, what we call the long room, where, you know, we assume Mother Honeywell was living in there. Well, she's called a witch. And we know that a lot of times people who are witches, there's another term for lesbians.
Yes.
People said, oh, Mother Honeywell has a friend's over and she's having tea parties. So these were all funny stories, but now when people start taking it a little more seriously, it is kind of scary.
Like, thanks for coming with us. So this cemetery is, one or two generations of the family that lived on the property. Like, there's just this continuous coming together of family in one place. Friel, he created kind of a community for himself with the gentlemen from around town, and where we are in the present day is a group of guys coming together to enjoy a weekend together. That chosen family is what Queer Ghost Hunters is about, making sure that the stories from the past get remembered. The queer pages from the history books have been torn out and deleted. Whomever you are you someone that is buried here? Okay. They said yes, they were buried here. Did you identify as a male? No. Okay.
Is it Mrs. Honeywell?
Are you Mrs. Honeywell? Yes. Were you actually a witch?
Yep.